Now we have the peripheral nervous system. Remember, the nerves are basically axons, right? You have in here axons right there, and these axons are going to be covered with endoneurium, right? So this axon right here is going to be covered in endoneurium. So then if you put together a whole bunch of axons, all of them, for example, you're going to get a fascicle. So that's a fascicle. This is another fascicle. This is another fascicle right there. The fascicles are going to be covered with perineurium. So this is the fascicle, and then you can see here, this is going to be the perineurium. Now, if you put together all the fascicles, right, this fascicle, all these fascicles together, you put them, all of them together, they're going to be wrapped around with epineurium, as you can see right here. And that is what's we are going to call a nerve. So right here you see, going to be the axon right here, right? So this is an axon, this is another axon, another one like that. Okay, so then let's keep moving. Oh, right here we have the cranial nerves. So we have 12 cranial nerves. And one thing that you need to pay attention to is that the cranial nerves are going to be identified with Roman numerals. So then right here we have cranial nerve number 1. Cranial nerve number 1 is olfactory. That's going to be for smell. Now you have to understand that olfactory is for the nose, but you're going to smell with this nerve only. You're not going to be able to move your nose. So then that means that some nerves are only sensory, as you can see right here. You don't move anything with them. You just feel things or have sensations. Like in this case, the olfactory nerve is just for smelling. Cranial nerve of number 2 is going to be the optic nerve. That one is just for vision. You don't do anything but seeing with that nerve. You do not move your eyes. If you want to move your eyes, then you're going to have the oculomotor nerve, which is going to be cranial nerve number 3. You're going to use that one in order to move most of the muscles in your eyes. Because you have in here cranial nerve number 4, and cranial nerve number 4 also makes you move your eyes, but it's going to make you move only the superior oblique muscle. So this one, for example, is mainly movement, right? So the only thing you do with this nerve is moving. You don't have any sensations with this nerve. So it's mainly motor, for example. Cranial number 5 is actually both. It's part motor, part sensory. So it's going to give you sensation in your face, but movement is going to be mainly for the movement of muscles that are going to help us with chewing, and that's what you see right here, right there. So remember, it's mixed because it's going to help you with chewing, but it's going to give you a sensation for most of your face. Cranial nerve number 6 is abducens. It also moves your eyes. To be more specific, the lateral rectus muscle is another muscle in your eyes that this nerve is going to move. Cranial nerve number 7, this one is going to help you move your face. And sensation in the anterior part of your tongue. So remember, the facial for moving your face, but the trigeminal right here is for sensation in your face. So then that's what you have right there. So then the facial is going to be movement of your face, but also sensation in your tongue, for example. Vestibulocochlear, this nerve right here. This nerve right there is going to be for hearing and equilibrium. So right now you can hear my voice because you are using this nerve right here, which is going to be called the vestibulocochlear. It has 2 parts. One of them is the vestibule, which is going to give you with equilibrium right here. And the cochlear part right here is going to help you with hearing. Cranial nerve glossopharyngeal. This is going to give you sensation in the posterior part of your tongue. The vagus nerve, this nerve is going to be basically responsible for the beginning of your throat. So therefore, it's going to help you move and have sensation in the beginning of your throat. So this is your brain right here. And right here in your body, you have your heart, your lung, your liver, your kidney, your intestines, your spleen. Okay, so therefore, this nerve is the one that will come down here from your brain. It's a cranial nerve, and it's going to help you control all these organs. When we were talking about the autonomic nervous system, I said the autonomic nervous system is going to have 2 divisions. I said sympathetic, which is going to be plus, and that's the main reason why we were talking about the thoracic nerves. And then I said parasympathetic. The parasympathetic is going to be mainly composed of the vagus. Okay, so therefore right here, when I make this line right here in black coming down here, So I was talking about the vagus nerve. So this nerve right here in black is a cranial nerve. And it's a cranial nerve because it starts in your brain. And it helps you with areas in your head. But it's very important because that's the one that goes down and controls all your organs that are going to be involuntary. Remember, the thoracic nerves are going to be mainly for the sympathetic part. But for the parasympathetic, the part that is also involuntary, that's going to be controlled by the vagus nerve, which is a cranial nerve, right? Cranial nerve number 10. Okay, so then that's what you have right there for the vagus nerve. Accessory nerve is nerve that it will go to our neck and it's going to help us move some big muscles that we have, such as, for example, the sternocleidomastoid and the trapezius. Right, so then that's what this nerve is going to do. And let me see it right here. Trapezius and sternocleidomastoid. Cranial nerve number 12 is going to be called hypoglossal. That nerve is going to help us with movement of our tongue.